Universe of World.
There's your fucking take.
Sorry, I came out a little hot.
Yo, dude, I mean,
The
relax.
youngest and the tightest.
Hear me out.
Pump the brakes.
This isn't a cult.
You stupid motherfucker. Welcome to another episode of DJVW. Oh, wow.
WrestleMania.
Oh, brother! This episode is brought to you by Rise Superfoods.
Rise Superfoods.
That's right. If you're a coffee fanatic.
Or if you want to have lucid dreams of
yeah.
Bobby Lee shirtless in a world on fire with his baby blue jeans,
A shirtless Bobby Lee in the
half-
apocalypse?
half buttoned, and I don't know what he wanted to do because
Well,
I forced myself to wake up once.
I think
that happened.
very much like the what would you do with your clones if it's the apocalypse. There's only two things you're doing. You're
was-
either murdering or you're fucking. And Bobby Lee had you on the menu.
And it looks like he wanted to fuck.
I think so. I think that's
I-
kind of fits his
You
character.
know how like you force yourself to wake up like
yeah.
That's what I had to do.
Dude, I gotta
for
tell you.
fear he was gonna fuck me.
You've had lucid dreams.
Yeah.
I think I grew 2 inches.
Oh my
I
God.
think I'm 2 inches taller.
I'll tell you what
I
else
don't know
is-
if it's the Rise Superfoods mushroom coffee, but I feel a little bit taller.
I'll tell you what else is loose.
Go
My
ahead.
butthole.
Your
I've been
butthole's
having
loose?
great bowel movements.
26-year-old shits?
26-year-old shit.
shits. And you can
26 inches long.
Whoa,
Legs.
the legendary unbroken snake?
Yeah.
You've been dealing out the legendary unbroken snake.
We're telling you all the good things about this, but
It's
I want to know
unbelievable.
what's in it that makes me dream about Bobby Lee.
I think
naked.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's the turkey tail because
That goddamn turkey.
I'd never had it in coffee, but I did used to dehydrate and pulverize turkeys and snort them.
Of course.
And it gave me the craziest dreams.
Well, I mean, like
Gave me the wildest dreams.
when you're
wild turkey
when you
dreams.
only got a couple bucks, and that you got a plenty of turkeys and no cocaine.
That's what I've been. I mean,
You
I
go
wasn't
after the
always
turkeys.
made of money, but I was always health conscious, and so yeah, I'd
Should've-
dehydrate a turkey now and then. I'd grind them up into some dust, and I'd do some lines.
What else we got in there, Dave?
A little bit of lion's mane, a little bit of cordyceps, a little bit of Reiki, and these are
Rapey.
all beautiful things. What did you say? Well,
Hey,
what was that?
I said Reiki.
Reiki with a K. A K in the middle of it.
I said Reiki, bro.
These are all things that are going to boost your immune system, give you the
Sure.
ability to focus. They're going to correct that gut health. They're going to raise your energy levels.
Yo,
I mean, coffee does enough as it is, right?
I feel great since I've been taking it. No
I mean,
shit.
we're a couple of health conscious young boys.
And we made the decision
Yeah.
when we first started doing this.
Uh-huh.
I said, dude, if we don't like this, we're not going to promote it.
That's right.
And it turns out we love it.
Now, it comes in a powder form.
Sure does.
I got to tell you,
Yeah.
from experience,
You sniff it.
Don't do lines.
Okay.
Just don't do lines.
It's gonna
I'm
clog
not gonna
up your
tell you-
nostrils.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what happens. Just don't do it. Or do it and send us a YouTube video.
Deviate that septum.
Now, Rise Superfoods never said to do lines of their Rise Mushroom Coffee.
Well-
Just throwing that out there.
Well, I mean, you know a lot of information about it from what we just gave you. So if you want to grow taller, have lucid dreams of Bobby Lee,
Fatter dick.
not snort it,
Fatter dick. And that goes for the ladies, too.
you
Fatter
can
dicks.
you can go to Rise Superfoods.
That's right.
RYZE, and at
Superfoods.
checkout you're gonna put DJVW, and that's gonna save you 15%. That's gonna knock $6 off the price. You get the bag for $30. You get 30 servings. That's $1 a cup of coffee. Suck my dick.
It's
Starbucks.
unbelievable. Coffee that's good for you. It does a bunch of good stuff for you. It's only 15 calories per serving, and it's ketogenic. Keeps you shredded.
And we got a new little sponsor
Oh,
going
that's
on.
right. This episode is also brought to you by Level Up Studios.
If you are a local content creator in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York area, and you're looking for a place to put on a beautiful show for some beautiful people,
That's right. If you want to
Contact
upgrade
us.
your set, if you want to kind of step
Upgrade
into the
your
big
life.
leagues, that's right. Upgrade your life. If you're ready to go into the big leagues,
if you're
you've
ready
been
to
doing your
swing
show,
dick as a content promoter,
big heavy dick,
that's
look no
Level
further.
Up Studios.
Come on down. Right now, we're running a special offer where it's $25 per hour with a 2-hour minimum. You come in, you get access to everything. That's studio lighting, top-level cameras, backdrops, green screens,
My
set
critiques.
decor, everything.
My critiques.
Jay's really,
I will
really
get you
aggressive
right to
critiquing.
the fucking top.
But we'll let you use all of our equipment and maybe even be friends with you.
Yo, I'm always looking for new friends, bro.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not, but I'm open to it right now. I might be friends with you. So, I mean, as if the set decor, the studio lighting, the high-level audio and video equipment wasn't enough, you also have a shot at our friendship.
Eternal friendship.
I mean, what else could you ask for? So hit us up at Level Up Studios on Instagram, or you can slide right in our DMs at DJVW.
Slide a dick pic in there too if you
You can
want.
drop a dick pic if you want. We'll even rate it. We'll rate it on a scale from 1 to 10.
Well,
Nothing wrong
what's
with
a
that.
10?
It's always a 10?
Well, no, I'm saying what's the 10?
A 10, I mean, it's
Like
got
a Brad Pitt piece?
I don't know what Brad Pitt's penis looks like, but I imagine if
sure
it looks
it's
like
terrific.
anything like him,
It's a 10.
Like lean and shredded,
It's a
but also
10.
long and handsome.
Hard
Yeah,
10.
it's a 10. It's a 10. We'll give your penis a rating.
Well, thank you guys for that. That was Level Up Studios and Rise Superfoods promo. I want to get into a little bit of fight talk
Oh, yes,
to
of
start
course, of course.
the podcast.
Of course. That was a stacked card that I missed all of.
Oh, my God.
I missed all of it. Your boy's a sleepy boy.
So I'm in between, like I'm moving right now. So I'm staying with
Yeah.
the in-laws. So
Yep.
I'm at their house. So I'm in the room by myself late at night watching the fights all by myself.
You stayed up for the whole thing?
You're goddamn right I
Oh,
did,
man,
bro.
I'll give it to you, man. I don't know how you do it. I'm a tired boy.
Rise Superfoods coffee.
Oh, that's how you do it. God damn it. I should have guessed.
And I was hard as a
Did
rock
you snort
the
it?
entire time.
Don't snort it. Don't snort it.
So so I stayed up for the fights, man. Honestly, it was like they opened up with the Thiago Alves fight or Thiago Santos.
Thick
it
boy.
it was very lackluster.
Was it
you
really?
know? Yeah, it wasn't too good.
Ah.
He was very tentative. You know, the other guy was really good.
Yeah.
Good movement, good kicks and stuff like that. And then like just kind of moving on from there, you got into I want to get to more or less like the main
Yeah,
three.
the
You know
main
what I'm
card.
saying?
But I know Khabib
So-
2.0 was on there.
Oh yeah, he mangled
Did he
Drew
really?
Dober, and Drew Dober is a bad.
He's also
bad
a
dude.
Dagestanian cat, right?
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
they all
what the
look
fuck
alike.
is going on over there?
All their cum is almost identical.
They're raping those kids. I said it. In Dagestan, that's what they do.
No.
That's what
There
makes you into
goes
a
our
warrior, bro.
Dagestanian fan
That's
base.
what makes you.
So look,
I'm just saying they're doing something different in Dagestan, all
Look,
right?
dude, that dude mangled Drew Dober, and Drew
Yep.
Dober is a motherfucking beast, dude.
Okay.
Always smiling, good-looking kid.
Yeah.
Drew Dober, if you're listening to this, you call me.
You handsome son of a
You
bitch.
son of a bitch.
You handsome son of a bitch.
So just moving on to the 3 championship fights
Yeah.
there. It opened up with who did it open up with? Aljamain. It
yep.
opened up with Aljamain and Peter
which
Yan.
apparently was very upsetting.
Aljamain came out and he stepped on that fucking gas and
Mm-hmm.
he did not stop, dude. But Peter Yan was like weathering the beating,
Yeah.
you know?
Peter Yan's no joke, man.
Oh my
I
God,
enjoy
he's an
him a
animal.
lot.
He looks like a killer. I
Yeah.
would almost guarantee that he has murdered somebody.
for sure.
Allegedly, Peter Yan has murdered
think so.
somebody.
I think so.
Dude, and so Aljamain starts slowing down in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
And then Yan
Oh, so it did make it all the way to round 3.
and then, it made it all the way to round 4.
Oh.
Before he clobbered him with the illegal knee right. in
now,
the
what
face.
was it? What did he have? 3 points of contact on the ground?
Yeah, he did. Oh, now supposedly what happened is that he yelled to his corner for some kind of advice.
Yeah.
And
Mid-fight?
Khabib, who was there, told Rogan later that he was like, he said to Nichem. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, so he asked, like, what do I do here? What do I do? And then the corner allegedly said, knee him, throw a knee. But there could be a
Damn.
translation thing. You know, it might have said kick, maybe kick the
It's an
body.
interesting
But
thing.
either way, that was a bad call for your
Well,
corner
what,
to yell
what is
that
your
out.
opinion on the inability to throw a knee when there's 3 points of contact?
It's
on
a
the ground?
fight, dog. You should be able to knee that guy in
Doesn't
the
that
face.
seem a little
it's
weird?
your job to protect yourself.
Like, if
Like,
I'm on
your
the ground
jujitsu,
and I have both knees on the ground in
Yeah.
one hand,
Yeah.
you can't do it. But the second I raise my
you're,
hand,
you're manipulating the rules.
Yeah.
You're manipulating
Yeah,
the
that's a
rules
safe-
of combat.
right, you're
And in
creating a little bit
combat,
of a safe
There
zone.
should only be a very little amount of rules.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. Like no biting.
No
and
biting,
no ball
no,
blasting.
no eye gouging.
Yeah.
My personal favorite.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, the little eye gouge with those long claws you
so
got
yeah,
going on.
I cut him, you son of a
Right,
bitch.
right.
So the Peter Yan fight, he
Yeah.
started pulling away. Aljamain slowed down, but Yan hit him with that illegal knee, and he just couldn't continue, dude. His eyes were clearly like,
I did see him. He was on the ground and he was talking.
he was
to,
kind
the
of crying
referee.
after. He was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to win like
That
this. I didn't
sucks
envision
ass.
my championship being like this.
Yeah, especially it's such a great fight.
I think you robbed him of that kind of.
Right.
He got robbed
Well-
of the victory because of that.
But who robbed him? Really? Is it Jan or is it the people
corner?
who
We don't
established
know,
those
yeah.
fucking rules?
We don't know.
That's a strange kind
Yeah,
of
man.
arbitrary rule.
Yeah,
to
so
establish.
it's got to get like settled out. I'm sure Rogan's going to talk about it. He's going to
Yeah.
beat it into the ground.
Yeah.
And then you had the
maybe
Amanda
get rid of
Nunes.
that fucking rule.
The Amanda
Oh,
Nunes.
how did
fight.
that go? How did that go? Because
Well,
I didn't see any results
Let
from
me
that.
tell you about this.
Now, be gentle with me because, like I said, let me first say this. I want her to lose. Now, why do I want her to lose?
What?
Because she's so. Certain people are so.
No
now this is not.
way,
Listen,
bro.
listen,
I
listen. Hear
love
me out.
that
Now this is
gal.
going to be a piece of shit move, right?
Okay. Well, you
There
are a piece of shit, and you
now
do
there-
piece of shit
We'll
things.
get into that. Now there is certain people that repulse me, not necessarily in a sexual manner.
Yeah.
Something about their entire being drives me away from
Like
them.
Melissa McCarthy.
Ellen Page.
Okay.
Ellen Page is one of those people
Sure.
where like
Wait, is that now Elliot?
Elliot Page, I want to strike her in the face.
I kinda
when I
li-
see her, I want to strike her in the face. I don't know why.
I kind
just
of
can't.
like her skinny. Well, I liked her as when she was her.
Yeah.
Now she's a he.
Now she's
could
he.
be a shim.
I like him.
Don't know.
Did you like him when he was what in what? Because I didn't like him her,
Juno?
in anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Juno was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
and
good.
also there was a video game where they modeled a character after her, and I
Yeah.
enjoyed that game. But The Last of Us. Last of Us, great game. But something about her, it's not even on a sexual level. I just use the word repulse as an opposite of attraction because I don't even want
I
to
don't
fucking
know.
look at her.
Honestly, I
want
love
to
her.
front
I
kick
love her,
Do you
dude. I love her story.
Amanda Nunes.
I love her story. She's got a baby. I love the hell out
What?
of her story.
Who? Ellen Page?
No.
Oh fuck. I was like, damn, I didn't know
Wow,
you
I
were so
thought the Juno thing was a
passionate about
real
fucking
story.
God.
No. Amanda
Nunes.
and her,
I don't like
her
her.
wife.
I don't like her because she's
I love her.
unmarketable.
Love her.
Completely unmarketable.
I love her because she's smashing these chicks. What I don't like.
I like Cyborg more than I liked her. And I
This
was
is what I don't
heartbroken
like.
when she beat the shit
This is
out
what
of
I
Cyborg.
don't like. It's like I want my fighter to be a fighter.
Yes.
I don't want her to be an Instagram model
No?
that flashes her ass and her titties.
So Paige Van Zandt, not for you, huh?
Fuck Paige Van Zandt.
Wow.
She
All right.
she upsets the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like everybody at American Top Team fucked her, and she's
Yeah,
trying
well,
to be like
that's
all
her-
things through the power of
Well,
Christ.
woo.
I can't stand that
You
shit.
gotta
Dude.
edit that part out, man. She's gonna come and put an ass whooping on you.
I
You think-
dare her.
You beat the brakes out of Paige.
I
Van-
beat her to
I will
death.
beat the
I'll
shit.
beat the titties off of you.
I don't know. Those things are pretty well attached. They're bolt-ons,
I
baby.
said heavies, dude. Since she got them titties,
Yeah.
she went from like 250,000 followers to 2.6 million.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting back to the fight, like
Disgusting. Amanda Nunes, the most repulsive,
She's gonna kill you.
most unmarketable,
She's gonna kill you.
stupid rubber lion mask
Gonna
wearing moron
kill
bitch.
you.
Go on.
Okay, the mask was dumb.
That mask was super dumb.
But yo, so Megan Anderson
Yeah,
goes out
who I
there.
like very much.
See, I don't because I'm like you flash your ass and everything like that.
didn't know she did that.
I'm tired of that
Okay,
shit.
I didn't know she did
don't
that, but
want
I do enjoy her as a striker.
I want my fighter to be. No, I don't because it looks like the fucking character from Avatar throwing punches and kicks.
How dare you.
They're like looping and they
I
turn
love the characters
over.
for
and it's-
Avatar. I found them
But I
very
like James
attractive.
Krause. Like I
Okay.
like James Krause and what he does there. But Megan is like her record was salty before that fight.
Didn't
she
she
was
back
2
out
and
of a
2.
fight with Cyborg? Was that her?
I don't know. She backed out of a fight.
Somebody
I know
backed out
that,
of a fight.
That Amanda and her were supposed to fight a while ago and it didn't
Yeah.
happen. But anyway, fight goes right.
walk
they
me through
come
it a
out,
little bit.
Okay, they get to the ring.
Sure.
They introduce them. You know. Then the bell goes.
Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah.
And then Amanda goes up to her. 2 hits. She hit her. And then Bruce Buffer hit Ball with the Ball in the back by Kid Rock.
Shit, ball with the ball, the bang,
Ball
the
with the
bang.
ball with the bang, the bang.
Holy shit.
Dude, she hit her and her face
Yeah.
went like, oh no.
Oh no.
It was like, it's not Snowflake. You know
Yeah,
how like
yeah,
Shab goes,
yeah.
it's not Snowflake.
Yep.
Dude, her eyes went like big and then
Shit.
she looked like Bambi when he was going across
With
the
the
ice.
legs?
Dude, I was like, oh, here we go.
That was,
and then she got her down and just started smashing her. Then locked her up in a triangle. Then she rolled the triangle and then got her in like it was like a shoulder lock arm bar kind of, it was like a shoulder lock kind of thing. So she took her arm and while she had her in like an inverted triangle, but the other way, going like with both of them are facing the same way. She grabbed her arm, snaked it through, and almost did like a Kimura, and then like arm barred and pulled back. But she was also having like on the elbow too. It was a gross, nasty submission, and I was like, "Oh, she's about to break her arm."
Filthy
She's about to-
submission, huh?
So she'd be taking like shots of her ass and titties in a cast, just
Oh,
kind of slang like that.
man.
But dude, she.
I'm a hater. I want her fucking reign to end.
No, I love it, man. I'm like, yo, keep it going. Fucking keep
I mean, as
smashing these chicks
Okay.
with these set of heavies.
Check it out. If you take everybody that's a UFC fighter and
Yeah.
you take away like skins that you take off a video game character and they're all just gray people.
Yeah.
I love her. In a world of gray people, I love her. As a marketable person,
Yeah. She's got
really,
a great
really
story.
dislike.
She comes from like nothing.
Can't understand
lesbian.
it. Nobody's ever fucking provided it in a way. Even the
No,
UFC
they
is
haven't
like, we
done it.
can't do
No.
anything with you.
Honestly, the only thing that speaks about her
Yeah.
to you
Yeah.
would be the fact that she's a smashing machine.
That's it. But I mean,
She's
every
a
time that she
unstoppable
wins, and I could
force.
imagine when she won,
Sure.
and they handed her the mic,
Yeah.
and it was dog shit. And somebody should have snatched it the fuck away from her.
It wasn't
and said,
too
"Stick
great."
to punching bitches in the face."
It was like
Shut
a lot
your
of this.
goddamn
It was
mouth.
like a lot of this. Prashisha Bashir, and I love this America
Yeah.
and Shisha Bashir.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was just
and
like,
everyone's going, "What?
Oh, Jesus
what
Christ.
the fuck? Can somebody help her?
Here we go.
Somebody needs to help her because
But anyway, watching her smash him,
Sure.
I was just like,
First round, huh?
Because I'm like, go show your ass and your titties somewhere else.
Is she
Be-
doing
be
that
a
a lot?
fighter? Megan Anderson.
Megan Anderson,
That's
yeah.
90% of her pictures.
yeah, I don't really follow.
Yeah.
Anybody who's doing titty bitches, I just
Yeah, I'm not into it, dude. I like my fighters to be fighters.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after that, you had the Jan Blachowicz, Israel Adesanya fight. Watching Jan work Izzy, that third, fourth, and fifth round was beautiful. It's like
Yeah.
that's
Oh, so it
champions,
went the distance.
and that's what champions do. Yeah, he like got him down. He started threatening the takedown in the third round. He clipped him with a couple good shots in the fourth and fifth. He wound up getting him down and controlling them in the entire second half of the fourth and fifth rounds. Dude, it was a beautiful display of mixed martial arts and why Jan Blachowicz is the champion.
Right.
He showed you because it was time to do champion shit, and he stepped up.
It's time for these big Polacks to take the reins, man. Fucking
boy's got that Polish power. Hey,
fucking.
how many Poles does it take to knock out a Nigerian?
I don't know. It's
What?
To me, it's funny how certain races will dominate fighting sports
Yeah.
for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at like the rise of like the Dagestanian cats,
Europeans,
and
yeah.
also like we got Stipe in the mix. You know,
Sure.
he's a big Polak too,
Yeah.
right? I'm pretty sure he's a
Yeah.
big Polak.
Croatian.
I don't know if you could say that. Can you say Polak?
Well, I'm
nobody
actually-
gives up. Nobody is coming to the
Nobody cares
defense
about
of
the
fucking
Polacks.
Polish people, bro.
They're like Polak.
Call them whatever
yeah,
you
sure,
want.
That's
Them
it.
and fucking Italian people say whatever the fuck you want about them. They're still open. They're still open game. Japanese, Polacks,
No.
and Italians.
We gotta
go
let go.
hard in the
We
paint,
gotta let
ladies
go
and
on those
gentlemen.
goddamn-
Fuck it. I got him in a chokehold like Amanda Nunes.
Dude. So he did great, man. He did champion shit,
Yeah.
you know, and he stepped up and he beat that old Nigerian man.
Yo, why
You
does
know?
Izzy look like a fucking
He
old
really does.
He looks like a Nigerian
He really
dad.
does. But yo, watching Izzy work is like watching
I
a
love him so
scalpel,
much.
dude. He's so fluid and
Yeah.
clean and precise, but Jan just had like 25 pounds on him, and he's just
Big
got
man.
those big Polish lunchbox
Those big Polak
fists.
hands, yeah.
Dude. So it was great,
I'm a
man.
big fan
it was
of Izzy, though. As a fucking loser, you know, I like certain cartoons and shit. I was a
Yeah.
big fan of Dragon Ball Z growing up. And Izzy has
Loves
admittedly
it,
said
yeah.
that he
Yeah.
takes his style directly from
Sure.
Rock Lee,
I'd
which
like
is a
to-
Naruto character.
I would like to think that that's somewhat of that's kind of
Yeah.
how I would be in
Well,
the
that's
UFC.
what I was-
I'd be a fucking nerd that likes
course.
summon like
You
my
like
Super
Dragon
Saiyan.
Ball Z?
Yeah, dude.
Dragon Ball Z is a fucking
I like
great
nerdy
show.
shit. That's what I do.
I was inspired to be a wannabe tough guy when I was a kid by the Ninja Turtles, by Dragon
Sure.
Ball Z, Power Rangers, head
Yeah.
kicking fucking, the
and then
great
your dad
Goomba
was
dudes.
like, "Dude, you're short. You'll never be
Now,
like
my-
a superhero.
you know what's crazy?
Not
is
even in your own movie."
Real shit. Even though my dad is 20% torso and 80% legs,
Sure.
he's a
Daddy long legs.
he's a character, man. He can
Yeah.
fight. I've watched him beat the brakes off dudes.
I imagine him be like Scrappy.
Yeah, he's very scrappy because
Scrappy.
he's smaller than me.
Sure.
I think he walks around like 135 or something like that.
Jesus Christ, he's a natural bantamweight.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? No shit, no shit. I watched him beat the brakes off a dude on a fucking bus one time. Though he took me to court to go. I got in trouble for fighting somebody, and I had to go. I got put on probation. Pops didn't have a car, so we took the bus from Elizabeth to wherever. On the way
As
back,
do Elizabethians do.
it's what it is.
Sure.
Every time I was with Pops, it was the
Get
bus.
that
It was
bus,
Jesus
baby.
Christ. But and some dude. So I'm sitting. The bus is relatively loaded. My dad finds a seat. I
He's
find a
pretty
seat
loaded?
away from him. Right? He's pretty loaded. He's pretty fucked up.
He's pretty loaded.
He had a few drinks in the audience of the.
It's all
judge.
good. As
Elizabethans
do. Yeah.
So he sits down. I sit down. We're away from each other. Come to the next stop. Some dude gets on, and all of a sudden somebody gets off. There's an open seat next to my dad. So he walks over. He sits down next to my dad. Big, tall, black guy with a tall can and a brown paper bag.
Sure. Yeah.
And
Colt
there's some-
45, I'm
something like
imagining,
that, yeah,
Old English,
yeah.
sure,
So
yeah.
there's some girls there, and the guy decides he wants to impress the girl, so he starts rapping. Right,
Okay.
I've got my headphones in. I'm not really paying attention.
Yeah.
And he.
You're listening to Eminem.
I think I was listening to Eminem. Of
course you were.
And so he says something to the effect of like, "I'm so hood, I can do this." Now he does the most disrespectful thing.
Slaps your dad right in the face.
All right, that's the most disrespectful.
Kapow!
That's straightforward. The second most disrespectful thing you
Whips
could do.
that dick out.
Damn it! All right, somewhere in the top 5
Okay.
of disrespectful things
Sorry.
you could do. Blows his nose in his hand like an animal.
Yeah,
by the way,
sure.
who just blows
Yeah.
and then wipes it on my dad's pants.
That is so fucking gross.
That's so gangster too.
That is right up there with being as disgusting as wiping cum on somebody.
That, I mean, blew his shit, and
like-
he rapped about it. I mean,
like-
think about
like
the
fucking-
performance aspect of that. I'm so
no, no,
hood,
no.
I could do this, and then fucking whoop.
I'm nasty like I'm shooting my Luger,
Yeah.
and now I'm about to wipe these motherfucking boogers.
You gotta hit the boogers.
He just
He
smears it.
fucking smears it on Pop's pants. Now, all of a sudden, when I finally come to, I realize my dad's screaming in this dude's face. My dad does that, though.
You wiped your fucking boogers
Well,
on me!
we'd be in Elizabeth, and my dad would be walking through the streets, and he'd see some dude and be like, "Yo, where's my fucking money?" And I'd be like, "Oh shit!"
You
And then all of a sudden, the dude
booger-having
would come up to him,
motherfucker!
and then they'd hug.
Yeah.
So, like, my dad would do this
Yeah,
to people
sure.
that he knew.
Except there's about a 1 foot snot stain on his pants.
I didn't see this. This is what my dad explained to me. I didn't see all that part. So all of a sudden, my dad stands up, starts screaming in homeboy's face, and the dude gets up. And as soon as he
Yeah.
gets up, he just starts. It's like, here's my dad standing up, dude sitting down. Dude starts standing up,
Sure.
still standing up, still standing up,
It's like
still standing
Biff.
up, still
It's like
standing
Biff
up.
in Back to the Future,
Exactly.
where he's like,
exactly.
and he just
as soon as
doesn't
my dad
stop.
saw that, though, my dad has been around the block a few times. All right,
Thrown that mittens before.
He's been to
Ain't afraid.
Texas State Prison.
Okay.
So he's got a little bit
Folsom.
And he fucking, as soon as this dude reaches the top of the fucking
Sure.
roller coaster,
Your dad Shaw Ukes him. Fucking Ryu
I mean,
style.
he just starts
Kadoosh.
uppercuts, combinations, hooks, straights, jabs, all this shit.
A
and dude's like,
tapestry. A tapestry of strikes.
I mean, if this was Bruce Buffer. What's his name?
Bruce Lee?
No. What's the big black referee's name?
Herb
Gotti.
Dean.
Herb Gotti.
Herb Dean.
would have stopped that shit. 100%.
I don't know. Herb will let it go,
The
man.
whole fucking bus goes and starts going to one side, and this dude just getting lumped up. And
Sure. He's got snot in his
he
hand.
beat the
Your
shit
dad's
out
got
of
a
him,
fucking
though, and then we
stain.
hopped off. And then, of course, like Elizabethians do,
Sure.
he gets off the bus to follow us. Pops takes his jacket off. I take my jacket off. I'm like, we're about to have a father-son scrap outing on this man. We're about
It's
to beat
fun.
this guy.
Yeah, me and my
Instead,
dad almost did that.
he told my dad, he was like, I needed that ass whooping, and I fucking love you. And he's like, what's your name? My dad's like, Dario. He's like, I fucking love you, Dario. And then he just fades off into the distance for the next 3 blocks, just screaming back periodically, I love you, Dario. And he's just all leaking his
Booger
shit.
Brothers for life. Booger Brothers.
But yeah, man.
Booger,
So
booger, booger, booger.
I'm a little bit hurt that that Stylebender lost, because I am a Stylebender dick rider.
Yeah.
And it does hurt a little bit that he lost, because I feel a kinship with him over certainly not the combat skills, but being a fucking loser and enjoying
Sure.
Cartoons that much that
Yeah.
you would model your fighting style after a cartoon character.
Yeah. I love him, dude. I think he's great for the
it's
sport.
the era of the giant fucking Pollock.
But he's a giant dude, and he
Yep.
was able to weather that onslaught by Izzy trying to pick him apart, and he got him down, and he got the W, dude. And that's honestly what champions do. He did
Well,
champion shit.
I'm not mad at it. And I do think
I'll
it's
tell
a
you
good-
what I am mad at.
Go ahead.
Fat people.
I was gonna say it's a beautiful segue.
Tell you what I'm really mad at.
From the athletes to the fatletes.
Fatties.
To the fatties. What have you
Am
been
I
watching
fat
now?
shaming right now?
Yes.
You're goddamn
And
right.
guess what?
I
You
am.
fucking need it. You need fat shaming. I was fat shamed
Sure.
into. I got a picture I got to show you.
Yeah.
The day that Jack was born, I was
Yeah.
at a barbecue, and somebody snaps a picture of me. I got a hot dog.
Sure.
In my mouth and a hot
Yep.
dog in my hand.
You're double fisting
They
them
both have
dogs.
bites taken out
Just,
of them. They both have bites
just going
taken out
to
of
work
them.
on them dogs.
My arm is like twice the size, and
It
it's
looks
all
like you were
fat.
stung by a bee.
And I had a shitty mustache, that
Yeah.
fucking handlebar
Oh,
mustache I
yeah.
used to rock. I
Yeah.
look like a fucking clown, bro.
Yep.
Just a
and
morbidly
you were
obese
walking
clown.
around just thinking, I'm the
I was in a
fucking
tank top,
shit.
bro. I was in a tank top. Like I said, I would stand in the mirror, look at the grease lines under my tits, and go, if I could just get a little, just tone up a little bit. Meanwhile, 230 pounds, probably 240. I'm 5'7", and I'm 175 right now.
Oh my God, dude. Wait. I want to hear more about this.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I got to use the bathroom. We're going to take a quick time out,
Yeah,
all right?
yeah.
All right.
And we're back from
And
the pee-pee
we're back
break.
from a bathroom
Little
break.
pee-pee break. But
Dude.
we were saying about the fat people and how I used to be fat. What is
Sure.
the show that you've been watching that's driven your hatred for the fatties?
It's called Thunder Force.
Okay.
And it's
All right,
about
we're going that way, yeah.
It's fat people
Yep.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
Women who are superheroes.
Fat bitches who are superheroes.
And of course,
fat bitches who are superheroes.
And then if you ask me,
Yeah.
Jay,
Yeah.
is it basically like the League of Nations? It sure is.
Is the main fat focus fat bitch? Is fat bitches is the
we
thing?
can't leave anybody out anymore.
No, everybody
You
has
got
to be inclusive.
Melissa McCarthy at the helm, right?
I
Followed
like her.
up
She's very
by
funny.
a fat Asian, a fat black person, a fat white person.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Where's your
I'm
fat
sure one of the ladies.
non-binary Middle Eastern cat?
I'm sure one is in there later on in
fat
the
trans?
episodes.
Fat trans.
No fat trans. No
Not
trans
yet.
fat.
No. That's
Yo,
good. I
we're
like
gonna
that
get
one.
canceled for that one.
Trans fat. That's good. I like that. So what is the? Can you tell me what the show is about?
Oh, I didn't watch it. I
You just saw it and
the
it
fucking thing.
infuriated you?
I saw the thing and I was like, no.
I wonder if
No!
maybe they're being funny. Maybe they're playing off of the fact that everybody's got to be
Dude, can we
inclusive
just
and-
offend some people?
Of course we can.
Is everybody
That's
so
our-
offended, dude? I mean,
Uh-huh.
our job, our show is to literally offend people
Yeah.
every week.
Nobody. Hey, guess what? People come for short dudes every fucking day, every minute of the
You
day.
don't see Dave
And
crying
it doesn't
about it.
hurt me, baby.
And you know what? Fat shaming literally helped me.
Yeah,
Because
no shit. Go on, tell
what
your story.
happened was we went to
Speak your truth, dog.
Camden
truth.
Camden Sea Aquarium.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's this little area by the penguins where there's a scale where
Yep.
they weigh sea lions because they tell you how much they weigh.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's cool. And it's like, now how much do you weigh in comparison to a sea lion?
Yeah.
Stepped on the scale.
You're the same as a sea
I
lion.
was pretty goddamn close to a female,
gotta
dude.
figure-
I was about 245.
Yeah, pregnant female.
And I was just like, I have to do something
Yeah.
about this. Now, I didn't quit drinking because I was still drinking at
yeah,
that
in
point.
fact, that drove you to drink more.
I sure did.
At least that night it
I had
did.
to get a couple feel better drinks
Yeah.
in me, you know. So what happened was I stepped on the scale,
Yeah.
245, the weight of a female sea lion, and I was like,
Beautiful, like a-
That's it.
Yeah?
That's it.
That's it. That's where you draw the line.
That's it. So
Female sea lion is the.
I started going to the gym, started taking
Yeah.
care of myself, eating right, still drinking.
Yep.
I would go to the gym. And people would be like, dude, you reek like alcohol.
Oh, my God.
And
I
it
drank
would just
right before I showed up.
It'd be coming out of my pores,
Right.
dude. Out of my fucking
especially
pores.
when you're sweating like that.
Yeah, but you know what? I got my shit
Well,
together.
I always look
okay?
at that. I look at that picture right there where you kick the shit out of that young handsome gentleman.
Sure.
And you're shredded to shit. Look at those abs popping out.
Popping out.
That's prime Jakey boy right there.
That
You think you
was-
could fuck him up?
Yeah, probably.
that-
I don't know. That guy was pretty ready to go. But I did a couple rounds the other day.
Yeah.
And I did about 35 minutes straight, and I was completely fine.
Good for you.
I did some light sparring rounds. I did bag work. I was just fine. I'm becoming pretty surgical.
Well,
I'm
I
doing some
told you
pretty crazy
that
shit.
this summer one of my goals is to be in the best shape that I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
So this summer, crop topping it up and
Well,
getting shredded.
I could see that because
Oh,
you
I've lost a lot of weight.
You look like. Kind of like how Andrew Schultz's new podcast is. You look like you could just
You could just
Right in
Photoshop
there.
me in
Right
there.
in there.
I'm tired of this fucking cold shit, dude. I'm tired of it.
I'm
And I'm
over
bringing
it.
summer in. I'm
I'm
bringing
over
summer
it,
in.
bro.
I'm
Just
so
give me some
over it.
Give me some warm weather.
That's the thing about New Jersey is a beautiful fucking place, but when summer rolls around, bro, and everything comes alive in those shore towns, and you see those people riding those
Love it.
those curvy bicycles
Love
around,
it. When you
and
see white people bike riding
oh, white people biking
and men and
Oh,
old white
my
men
God.
in short blue shorts
white
with no
people
shirts.
biking,
Yeah.
ethnic people fighting in the streets
Oh,
outside of
what a
7-Eleven.
time to be alive in
my
Asbury
God,
Park.
Summertime in New Jersey
Asbury
is the shit.
Park.
And then we all just get depressed again when it rolls around. But go on, I digress. You were fat.
Sure.
And then you were not fat. And who was it? Did anybody tell you to your face, like, hey, Jay, you're looking fat and fucking disgusting and greasy and shitty and you smell like ass and you look like you shouldn't even be around. You should probably fucking die.
I think
you're terrible.
Now I think
and
you're
you're
taking
making me depressed just
now
fucking
I think
looking
you're taking
at you.
shots
Disgusting.
at me.
No,
Okay.
I'm saying back
That-
yeah, I'm taking shots at fat Jakey because you're not fat Jakey. You're sweet, sexy, skilled Jakey, all right?
Well-
Sweet and sexy, skilled
Well, now
Jakey.
my confidence is
Now-
sky
yeah,
high.
that's who you are. This guy is the shit.
Oh, this guy
Fat,
would've
shitty
murdered that
Jakey,
guy. Yeah,
the
sure.
weight of a fucking pregnant female sea lion.
sure. Okay.
Disgusting piece of shit.
I think
no
they get
fucking
it.
morals,
I
alcoholism,
think
just
they
a
get it.
disgusting disgusting, smelly heap of
Sure,
crap.
I think they
Fuck
get it.
that guy.
Okay.
You're the shit. I like you.
Well, now my confidence
This is
back
weird. How
up.
do you feel? It's like you feel bad and good.
Do I feel bad? And I feel that if I wouldn't have stepped on that scale,
Yeah.
that was literally the
That was a turning
catalyst
point, yeah.
of me turning it around.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Because you see on like 600 Pound Life where they're like, I'm 555 pounds, but like, goddamn, you could have caught yourself at 325.
That SeaWorld would have been like, we don't have a scale for you.
You gotta go check
We don't have
it.
a scale.
That's the whale scale.
That's it. We don't
dog.
have any of that.
Because
all
you're
right?
the size of a male walrus.
I was told, one was the picture with the hot dogs, and then I was also told on several
Yeah.
occasions by this one girl that my belly button looked like a swimming pool for ants, and that just
Rough.
that was a good
But
sting.
it would look more like an Amazon River with like
Just,
fucking
ugh.
because you have coarse black
the hair.
so it
yeah.
looked like
Well,
trees
she
are
thought
down.
that ants were in it. It was actually just
Ugh.
the coarse black boar belly button hair that I had swirling around my pool.
Gross.
It was pretty gross.
But I mean, without the fat shaming,
the fat shaming,
we
yeah.
wouldn't
I
have
feel like
ever
nobody
turned it
really
around.
told you though, because you would have struck them in the face.
No,
People really didn't tell you that.
I mean,
Because you were volatile.
I saw pictures.
Yeah.
and even my wife, when I stepped on the scale, she was my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
I turned around and I saw her, and she was like,
God bless Steph. Was she ever fat?
"No,
God bless Steph.
no."
God bless her.
She used to
She's
be
your saving grace.
jacked.
You were
I
a
mean,
big
she
sweaty
was-
piece of shit, and she transformed you
Sure.
into a
Dude,
jacked, skilled piece of
she
shit.
Andy Dufresne'd it.
Yeah.
She crawled through shit. The pool
Talk about
of
seeing
shit,
the light at the end of the tunnel.
The pool of
Yeah.
shit that was me.
Yeah.
She got all the way through the end.
Yep.
Comes out
For this.
takes her fucking shirt off,
Yep.
and like the rain is hitting
Yep.
her and shit like that. And that's it. And now she gets the best version of me, who's a loving, attentive, caring husband.
Yep.
Who, if a
works-
North American gray wolf should break into the house,
Choke that bitch
me and
out.
him are gonna fucking go at
Right.
it. You know,
I mean, you for all the big pieces
Sure.
of shit things that you have in you,
Yeah.
you work more actively to deal with that shit than a lot of people that I know.
Well, I told you it was last week. Remember when I was being like such a negative Nancy
Yes,
and
negative
complaining
Nancy,
and
yep.
everything like that? I turned it around.
You took criticism and you made adjustments.
I did.
That's a lot of people can't do that.
You have to be introspective, dude. Like
Yeah.
with me and you were like, Jay, man, I love you, dude. But you were like, I can't with this shit.
Right.
You were like, dude, you got to stop hating on everything. And I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, man? You're fucking right. I shouldn't let something like that bother me the way that it does. And I told you, I was like, you know what?
It takes
I'm
a lot
gonna
to
tr-
do though,
I'm
because a
gonna
lot
try
of
to
people get
change.
angry.
You're
They
right.
attack that. They defend themselves against that. You
But
know
I
what
wouldn't
mean?
be the person I am today
Yes,
without
yeah.
being introspective.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't.
Well, it's the same thing that looked at that scale and didn't just get depressed and start drinking more and eating more. It was the person that looked at that scale and was like, "Oh shit, it's a fucking reality check."
Yeah.
the scale's not lying to me. I got to do something.
No, those are numbers, motherfucker.
Those numbers don't lie, man.
They do not lie.
There's a lot of things that people do when people come at you and they tell you something shitty about yourself and you protect yourself from it.
Oh, you
And
want to automatically like deflect?
Yeah,
So
not only deflect but also insult them.
that obese to beast. He
Yeah.
was going in on.
Oh yeah,
this,
obese to beast. That's
yeah.
a show or
He's a YouTube guy.
Okay.
He's awesome. He actually answered me back one time. He's a really good dude. He used to be like 500 pounds. Now he's like all jacked and shit. He's
Good for
like
him.
doing like a marathon.
Is he
but
a
he was
big
like a
ass fucking
CrossFitter.
dude, like a
no,
physically tall dude? No, okay,
he's
it's a
not.
different guy.
He's probably of average height. I think he's a little short actually.
Okay, all right.
But he big CrossFitter. He did like he's got a lot of loose skin and stuff.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even give a fuck. He's like, yeah, this is me, dog.
Yeah.
But I'm still in great
It's
shape.
better than 500 fucking pounds.
He's great, man. I really do love him. I love his channel. If you guys want to check him out, Obese to Beast, he's
That's
really
awesome.
cool. Shout out to that boy. Keep
But-
doing your thing, dude. But
Dude, isn't
he-
it crazy
he-
that people
he-
can come back from 500 pounds?
He's a hell of a fucking story. Yeah,
Yeah.
because to come back from me from 245 was
It was
insane.
a hard fucking fight.
So he had what he does now is his YouTube channel is he takes these people that talk about like fat shaming or like these body positivity people or something like that, and,
Yeah.
and he pokes holes into what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like you could be healthy at any size, and there was these two people talking.
Wow.
And he was like, no, you can't.
I was
He's
500
like-
pounds, sir, and it was not healthy.
He was like, this is not healthy.
There's
yeah.
no version of 500 pounds that's fucking
But
healthy
it's
unless
great
you're
because-
a fully pregnant sea lion.
Sure. But the thing is, he was saying, like, you know, you have to, like, look in and be like, what I'm doing is not right, and you got to make changes.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not easy. He's like, and there's no fast way to do it. And him being a former fat dude,
Yeah.
he could say whatever the fuck he wants about the fat community
That's
because
true.
he was once one of them.
Yeah.
And he goes, you know
Us
what?
too.
You-
Us too.
Sure.
I
I
mean,
mean,
240
I could say anything about more like addicts and shit like that. But
I mean, I'm only
245 is
5'7",
big.
and I was pushing 240.
Well, what he said is every time, because he was breaking down this one person's video. I forgot her name, but she's like a heavyset girl. And the one guy there, he was thin when he was like younger, and then he got fat, and he was like saying like he's just not happy and stuff. And she was trying to be like, you should be so happy. And then the dude was like, every time he said something about like fat or health, they automatically deflect and go, well, like drugs and alcohol and everything. Like, no. We're not talking about drugs and alcohol. We're talking about your
health.
obesity and your health.
Making you susceptible to
we're not going like, well, I could be addicted to heroin. You can't use that.
Yeah, you're addicted to burgers, bitch.
You're addicted to In-N-Out, motherfucker.
You know, people, I kind of blame a little bit of this, like, yas, bitch culture, like, yas, queen, because there's something about, as human beings, we're almost like machines in that we take input from our surroundings and we internalize it and then we make decisions based off of that. And if you're going to your fat shit fucking friend and you're doing something that, like, sounds nice, you know, your fat shit friend put a nice outfit on. And yeah, she looks like a fucking cow in a dress.
Sure.
But you go on her comment and you go, yas, queen, you look so good. And you think that you're helping her.
Don't queen me,
don't
bitch.
Don't yas queen her. You know why? Because she puts that dress on. She's scared to take the pictures.
Yeah.
She puts them out on Instagram. She gets a dozen Yas Queen fucking bitches to hit her up and
feels
shit. And
that
she
it's
goes,
acceptable.
Yeah, she goes, oh, okay.
And that
We're
goes for
good here.
dudes. We're not singling out
But we don't do that.
ladies
Nobody
and shit
does
like
that to dudes. Nobody fucking Yas Queens fat dudes.
No, you start digging in on them,
yeah,
okay?
nobody does that. That kind of ideology or that attitude is not lended to fat dudes.
And you know what?
It shouldn't be.
If we're talking about straight up like men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Yeah.
A dude, his boys will tell him, you're
like,
looking thick.
You're looking thick,
You're
boy.
looking real fat, Randy.
Yep.
You're looking
I do
real
that shit
fat.
at work. I got a guy that every time he comes out and he was eating fucking Belvita crackers the other day. He's trying to get his weight under control and he stopped drinking.
Yeah, definitely
want to
use the Belvita
And I said,
crackers.
hey, dude, those aren't good. And he was just like, what do you mean? They're Belvita bread. They're healthy.
You'd be
because it
better
looks
with
healthy.
like
you put
some
leaves
chicken
on the
breast
packaging
and some like peppers.
That's what I told him. I said, get some
spinach,
protein and some veggies. Just do that. It's simple. Just protein and veggies.
Super simple. You like steak?
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome.
Make yourself about 8 ounces of that with some veggies on the side. Skadoosh.
You want to cheat a little bit? Get yourself some unseasoned frozen fries, you know, and put them in an air fryer and toss some salt on them.
You want to throw some sweet potato fries with a little something on there?
And it's delicious too.
Make 8 ounces of
but
them,
people,
like a normal person.
You put fucking leaves on the Belvita package, and you go, "Oh, leaves means it's healthy. It's got green stuff."
Be
on
like,
it. It
dude,
must be
if
good
you
for
want 260 calories or something, I'll
Empty
get
carbs,
you something much better than that.
Yeah.
You
Eat
know?
some popcorn or something. Just something better than the fucking Belvita crackers. But that same sentiment is not lent to men, nor do I think it should be lent to men. If you're a fucking fat dude, take a little bit of appreciation to know that it's still guns out for you.
Guys, to all the heavyset homeboys out there.
All the heavyset homies. You know who you are.
I just want to tell you this.
All the ladies.
Get up and do something.
Yeah.
Get up and do something. Because the girl was like talking about like, I don't feel like I'm lazy. You know, I exercise for 45 minutes. The heavyset girl, right?
Yeah.
And I go, how do you exercise?
What does that look like to you?
Because honestly, when you see me getting at it,
that's exercise.
You would go, oh, I'm lazy if I was her because I see Jay working out for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I would see a guy like Jocko or David Goggins, and I would be like, I'm lazy, dude. I'm lazy compared. Because like when I see Efren training, I'm like, oh, dude, I'm a lazy piece of shit.
You want that Efren chest? You got to work like Efren.
You want to be built like a shaved chimpanzee?
Efren tits? The man's got a set of sweet tits on him.
Purple
You got to
nips.
put in that fucking Efren work, baby. I remember when I first started going to the MMA gym, I had countless sessions where I felt like I was going to die at the fucking end. And that's what it took. But I think if there's 3 simple things to start with, if you're a fat piece of shit, some morbidly obese, Yas Queen, greasy fucking breasted, nasty fucking sweaty piece of shit.
If you fucking sweat KFC gravy,
if you got those nasty streaks, those greasy looking streaks,
you got sweat under your tits.
Here's the 3 things you can do. Up the water.
Cocaine.
No, well, cocaine will definitely help. But up the water.
Sure.
You start upping your water intake. Make it a point to, like it's your job to drink fucking water.
Protein veg.
Stop eating. Stop eating past 7 o'clock. Maybe 6 o'clock. Dial it back a little bit. Stop eating late.
You eat 7:30.
Okay, so stop eating late. Stop eating past 7:30.
Don't go snacking at 9 o'clock at night,
Don't
bro.
fucking do it, man.
Don't do it.
And the other thing is, cut the sugar and reduce the carbs. Cut the sugar, reduce the carbs.
Go protein veg, and
Protein
if
veg,
you want a
high
little something
water.
sweet, go Halo Top ice cream. Is pretty
There you
good.
go.
Yeah.
But that's it, man. High up the water. Stop
Yeah.
eating past 7:30, and protein and veg.
Yeah.
And you will see a world. I worked out at the gym for a long time.
Yeah.
Before I actually started losing weight. And it's because in the beginning I was going hard, but I wasn't changing my diet.
Yeah.
Once I changed the diet, it started falling the fuck off. You'd be surprised what you could do in 3-4 months. You'd be really surprised what you could do in 3-4 months.
Well, there's some things that, you can't ever unsee.
Mm-hmm.
Large, disgusting man with sweaty tits is one.
That is one.
And also, when I went to the Pennsylvania Reptile Show,
yeah.
I saw a midget riding an
How the
alligator.
fuck you? Did you really?
I swear to God, I saw that. I was like, is that a midget riding
can you
an
say
alligator?
midget?
It was a wee person?
Yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna need you to put a little bit more emphasis on the syllables in there. I want you when you say midget, I want
Don't.
you to go. I saw a
They be easy.
midget riding an alligator. I saw a
Dude, and another
midget.
Another thing,
Yeah.
dude, I saw these kids around a cage of baby ducks.
Oh, baby. Okay.
And then they
Yeah.
took these baby ducks
Yep,
and started throwing them
Petting them?
in
Wait, what?
with the alligators
Oh, God.
and a couple boa constrictors.
Children? We're doing that?
No, not children.
Okay, I
They,
was gonna
they
say.
thought the ducks were pets.
Yeah.
They were food.
Oh.
And they were
fucking
giving
dark,
these
bro.
fucking things out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
going to scar those
You
children.
should have started kicking them.
Yo, no, I swear to God, I'm not joking, dude.
You thought about hitting them?
No. I almost dipped my hand
Yeah.
into a vat of scorpions
Why?
because there was
Just to
a
feel
bucket.
something?
There was a there was a bucket of scorpions. The black,
That's what you keep.
the black ones with the blue on the top.
Yeah,
you ever see
yeah.
them?
Uh-huh.
I
Those
thought
are-
they were toys.
Oh shit, son.
And I wanted to
Oh my
dip
God.
my hand and pull them up and
Yeah,
go
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I start reaching and reaching,
And
and,
they
my
start-
boy Doug
Yeah.
goes, "What are you doing?"
What the
And I
fuck
go,
are you-
"What?" And then just one goes. I was like,
Yo,
I almost
you
stuck
just
my
almost
hand into
got
a vat of
wrecked,
scorpions,
bro.
dude. And he was like, "What the hell is your problem?" I was like, "I thought they were toys." And he
I
goes-
just wanted to feel
He's
something.
like,
Anything.
you shouldn't be touching anything
Oh
here.
my God, bro,
And
that
he's
place is cool as
he's
shit,
like,
though.
everything here can kill you.
When were you there last?
Oh my God, this had to be 36. So when I was about 18,
Yeah.
So that was 27. It
Oh
was
my God, yeah,
18
yeah,
years
that's
ago,
fucking eons
dude. And
ago,
I'll
yeah.
never forget it because I hung out at my boy's house the night before, and we were partying, and it was winter,
Yeah.
And I had to throw up, and he was like, "Dude, you can't go downstairs." My mom. So I was like, "Okay, bro." So I lifted up the window,
Yeah.
and I threw up out his window, but there was like a roof, and a huge puddle of frozen throw up in the morning,
Just
dude.
hung out there.
It looked like
That's
fake
disgusting.
vomit
That's
because it had
disgusting.
chunks of like Big Mac
Yeah,
in it,
yeah.
quarter pounder.
When I was-
and I was like, oh God, this is terrible.
When I was young, not too young, maybe like 20, something like that, my mom took
Okay.
me to the Pennsylvania Reptile Show,
Yeah.
and I ended up
Fond
buying...
memories?
It was actually pretty cool. There's a lot of cool shit there, as
You
long as you
didn't
don't
have-
fucking touch anything.
pfft,
Don't
don't-
touch anything.
don't stick your hand into a
Except for
vat
the
of
baby,
scorpions.
Maybe the baby ducks. Save the baby ducks. Because I
Save the
did
baby
actually
ducks.
think I bought a pinky, which for people that don't know, you feed... little hairless pink newborn baby mice to
Sure.
a bunch of different reptiles, and they had them in a sack, and it was so
Sack of
weird.
pinkies?
Just a sack.
That's what I
of
call my
pinkies.
testicles.
I did kind of want to put. I did kind of want to like put my hands in there, but I think
Yeah.
I bought one to try to save it.
That's
It
what I'm
died.
saying. You just want to pick them up and
No,
just
I
get
don't
'em
want to do
between
that.
your
Give them the
hands.
old fire starter, like you
Yeah,
would with your
fire
dick?
start those
No,
pinkies.
No, that's.
What do you want? Pick them up and just
get one,
crush
it's
them in your
oh,
hands.
ooh, I kind of do want to know what it feels like, but I don't.
I don't want to take.
But what ended
I don't
up-
want to take multiple lives at one
Just,
time.
with your fist. You don't want to feel so powerful.
You just see the blood dripping down.
Never is there more
And you
of a
just tell
powerful
Jack.
moment.
You tell Jack, this is how your father could
No,
kill
I take
6
his
things
hand.
at one time.
I take his hand. I reach it in there, and then I help him crush them together.
Then he's gonna be one of
Then he's
those
gonna be-
dudes
yeah,
that
a
own a
murderer.
milking table when he grows up.
Well, he's gonna end up being Ryan from Ryan's Toy Review, where he grows
Oh.
up to murder hookers.
Oh,
but
definitely.
when I went to the reptile show and I bought a bearded dragon, and the fucked up thing that happened was I drove all the way back from the Pennsylvania Reptile Show, got to Animals and Things,
Okay.
because I had to go buy a tank and shit
Yeah.
like that for the fucking bearded dragon.
Yeah.
Left it now. All right, now hear me out.
Let's hear
Bearded
it.
dragon,
Sure.
reptile. It's cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
Hangs out in the desert and shit,
Yeah.
right? I thought, hey,
Pennsylvania Reptile Show. I'll let you know this. It's in winter.
it's in the winter.
It's in the
I, think
winter.
I actually went in the fall.
Bad timing to do that.
But
just saying, guys.
This is the thing
just
too.
saying.
It was the fall. I left him because desert dwelling
Yeah.
lizard. left him in the car in
Sure.
his little container to go
Yeah.
inside, and came back
Dead.
He's fucking dead.
You think that's bad?
He had a heat stroke. I just bought a fucking tank for a bearded dragon.
You think that's bad?
I had to go buy a new one.
You think that's bad?
What?
My boy Doug
Yeah.
took $1,000 with him.
Okay.
$1,000 in cash.
Uh-huh.
He bought a panther chameleon.
Okay. That's
Okay.
fucking cool.
$500.
Oof.
We then went to Animals and Things, or PetSmart,
As
wherever.
one does. That's,
Sure.
yeah, that's what you do.
Got-
that was the spot.
Got all the accoutrement for the
Yes.
for this little piece of shit.
Yep.
Okay.
Rocks to hide under.
Yeah, everything.
Tank,
I mean, a real
bedding.
nice terrarium.
Yeah, nice.
You know,
Yep, there you go. That's
it
the word,
was like
terrarium.
tall because they like
Bunch
to
of
hang.
pinkies. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So take him home. $500. Set up his terrarium. Put him in there.
He's a rubber toy.
Dead the next day. Dead the fucking next day. Dude, dead
That's
the
how it
next day.
goes.
My boy Doug was just like, "Ah, shit, son."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Doug retarded?
You gotta. He's not retarded. He loved Eminem. So he listened to a lot of Eminem. So he
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
a white guy who rapped and shit
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
So he like. He wakes up in the morning, you know, I'm throwing up on his roof.
Yeah.
There's a fucking $500 dead panther chameleon.
Yep.
And I mean, he was like, "Oh shit, yo, do you think it's dead?" And I
Yeah.
picked it up and it was like,
Yeah, that's
I was
pretty
like,
dead, Doug.
It's dead as fuck,
Doug,
bro.
it's dead.
And he was like, "Damn, son."
That's
so
$500 down the
so then you
drain.
know he like made like a hip hop song,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
talking about his dead.
That's what you do. Well, you
'Cause he
strike while
loved-
the iron's hot, while the pain is there.
Well, that's
You strike while the iron's hot.
yeah, because he's all about that, like you know, it's all about death and life,
Yeah.
yo. And
16
my
bars?
daughter, dude,
Yeah.
he wanted everything that Eminem had.
Yeah, of
He
course.
wanted a
Who doesn't?
daughter. He wanted a daughter.
I want an elevator
He
in my
wanted
house.
a panther chameleon.
Yep.
And he wanted a
I don't know
sleeve
if
of.
Eminem had a. I don't remember a song about a. Look,
You
before
know
we
what?
segue to the Eminem thing, I do want to ask a very important question because it's kind of been digging on me. And what time is it? Because this episode might go for a little bit longer.
Yeah, we could go.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so what I want to say is that recently at work. I work with a dude who has one lung. He has cancer, and he caught COVID, and he was in the hospital for a long time. And
Yeah.
then he came back to work, and he passed out in a parking lot, and
Yeah.
they had to bring him back to the hospital. And then he came back to work again,
Yeah.
and then he got put into a medically induced coma because
Jesus.
so he keeps narrowly escaping death, and I think he got revived like 4 times or something this past episode. And so
In an hour?
4 times. No. During this episode,
yeah, I was
you know the
gonna say-
statistics where
I
it's
was
like
like, Jesus
10
Christ.
African children die every. This dude got resuscitated 4 times during this
Yeah.
episode. So something very strange happens. Now, what I will say is that we had it out very recently at work where he kept pestering me to the
Sure.
point where. I snapped on him and
Yeah.
I looked him in his eyes and I screamed at him, which is not something that I do often.
Look,
because
you
I'm very-
walking fucking corpse.
Well, no, I told him. I just looked him in the eyes and I said, "Fuck off! I need you to fuck off!" Right? Like I was dead serious.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Fast forward, dude
Sure.
gets resuscitated a gang of times.
Yeah. I'm thinking at this point,
Yeah.
you might have poisoned him.
No.
If I'm a detective, hey,
Yeah. I wouldn't do that.
Hey, Middlesex County Sheriff's Department.
No. Poison's traceable.
Go.
Right? A dude,
This guy.
No. A
If
dude
I-
with
look,
one lung.
I'm
You
not
just gotta jump scare
I'm
him.
not Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Connecting
well,
the
he
dots?
had it out with the guy.
Yeah.
The guy has been
But he was a-
feeling well.
he was an
Dave
ornery
brings
kinda
him
cat.
lunch every day.
Yeah. No.
Obviously poisoning him.
No. This
He's
guy,
gonna kill this guy.
Luckily, he had it out with everybody because he's just
Okay.
one of those characters, very
Yeah.
abrasive. But so he's in the hospital. He's gone for a while. I don't wish death on anybody. Even if you annoy me, I might still not wish death upon you, right?
Yeah.
But he calls me after he gets resuscitated.
I don't know why.
No, I don't know why.
You're one of my best friends, and you would find out third party from one of my
Steph,
actual best friends.
I would hear
Yeah.
from Steph, I'm sure.
Or my brother.
Hey, you're not going to do the show.
Yo,
He's
Jay's
dead.
not going to make it this week.
Right.
Oh, shit, what happened? He fucking died.
He died, right.
Oh,
but you wouldn't call
shit.
me, and I wouldn't feel bad for you not calling
I
me.
wouldn't be on my deathbed and be like, get me the phone.
Yeah.
I got a cold day.
Well, and he also texted me, and to which I never responded. And then he reached out on Facebook
Oh, my
Messenger.
God.
Reached out on Facebook Messenger because I guess he thought my texts weren't going through.
He
said the
sent
exact
you a
same
telegram.
Thing. Still didn't fucking sent me a letter. Still didn't respond. Haven't responded to him since. But my and apparently what he wanted to do was apologize. He was calling everybody and apologizing. Now, I
want to make it
did-
right before you die.
I never ever,
Especially when you're a piece of shit.
right, and I never responded to him at all, and I never picked up the phone calls, and I never responded to the text. And do you think that makes me a piece of shit?
I think it makes you a heartless, soulless piece of shit.
You think so?
A man is on his deathbed,
Well, he's been resuscitated and he's having an epiphanous
but then he
moment.
dies again. Then
I said this to him. I was like, dude, no, this is what I said to somebody at work. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you had a near-death experience. Don't fucking call me unless Jesus talked about me.
Sure.
Unless he said, because I'm a narcissist,
Yeah.
unless he said something about me,
It's like
I don't
my-
want to fuck. And if he did say something about me, goddamn, tell me.
You're
Tell me
basically
immediately.
describing one of my lucid rise superfood dreams. What you're doing there, that's
Yeah.
exactly probably what's going to happen tonight.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
see you shirtless with those baby blue
If
jeans.
you get any message,
World of Fire.
tell me.
Sure.
Let me know because I want to know if it's about me. If it's not about me, don't care. Don't care about it at all. But you know what the thing is I realize because I thought about it for a long time, and I
Yeah.
don't think that I'm a piece of shit. I try to be. I don't actively try to be a
you're
good
kind
guy.
of like, you know,
I'm
I
kinda
mean, you're
lukewarm.
going to sway in your favor.
Right.
You know, you don't think, like, I didn't think I was that big.
Right.
And then I stepped on that seal scale at
Sure,
245, and I realized the boy's big.
I
You
like
know,
to think of
thick.
myself as kind of a chaotic good, where there's a spectrum made up of 9 boxes. The left column is lawful, the middle is neutral, the right is chaotic. You could be lawful good, neutral good,
Sure.
chaotic good. Then it moves down to the neutral section. You could be lawful neutral, neutral.
Could be
or chaotic
altruistic.
neutral. And then you
Yeah.
go all the way to the bottom, and it's lawful evil, neutral evil, or chaotic evil.
Yeah.
I think I'm chaotic good. Maybe I'm wrong, but I realize that.
I mean, I think you're a good dude.
Yeah.
You're my boy. But
Right.
sometimes
I do enjoy
when,
yeah.
when I first
Yeah.
started hanging out with you.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
recently-
very quiet back then.
recently?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
more
recently.
recently.
Yeah, recently.
I mean, yeah, you're a piece of shit. Everybody in my house thought you were a piece of shit. So they'd be like, he doesn't answer your phone. I was like, no, Dave's a piece of shit. This
I
is what
think
he
I
does.
have a different measuring metric of what makes
You
me a
remember
piece
how
of
like
shit.
I've gotten better?
Yeah.
You have gotten better in the
I don't
last...
think that I've gotten better. I think I've just
For me-
I've allowed you in is really all that's happened. I've not really changed. I've always been the same person. It's just whether or not I let you in to see that person.
All
And
right.
so this is
Well-
who I've always been.
Well, I'm inside of you right now.
yeah, you are inside of me,
And
you're,
I'm enjoying it.
You're the lucky few too.
I'm
You're
enjoying
amongst
it.
the very. You're
I'm
an
deep in you
exclusive
right
group.
now,
yeah,
bro.
and you're an exclusive type of cat because nobody
Yeah.
gets in at all. So
kind of smells in here.
it does smell a little bit strong. It smells a
Smells
little bit
inside of
strong.
you.
I kind
Smells
of maybe
inside of
time
you.
for reupholstering. So I think really this is what I realized is that I have a problem with intimacy. I don't.
or into me, I see.
No, is that?
That's from the Love Guru.
Thank you very much. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that Mike Myers movie that was complete dog shit.
Hilarious.
Well-
I want to alligator soup and make it snappy.
What did it say? Into me, I see.
Into me, I see.
So
Yeah.
and I don't mean a romantic intimacy, which I also have a bit of trouble with.
You were gonna say into me, I see. I fucking got you, dude.
So my real issue, I felt like you just looked at my tooth hole. Did you just look at my tooth hole?
That gaping
I
fucking
felt you look at my
asshole
tooth
of a
hole.
tooth
God
hole.
fucking damn it!
Dude,
Don't
I mean,
look at my
I
tooth hole. When you see it, look the fuck away because I can
Alright.
feel when you. It's very much when I catch a man looking in my
Sure.
eye. I
Yeah.
can also catch a man.
You
looking
know
into
what
my,
it feels like?
Yeah.
To have a set of titties now.
Yeah. Wait. What?
When you're a chick and I'm catching
And the nipples are like they
yeah,
see
and
too.
I look like that. So if you're my co-host and
Yeah.
you wore the shirt you're wearing today,
Yeah, you would be
cool
looking
shirt,
at these
I
fucking
would be like
sweet
looking
tits.
at them
I feel like
fucking.
this is my Uncle Max shirt.
Uncle Max
That's
shirt.
right. That's right. He's with us right now. This is his watch and this is his shirt. No shit. No shit.
I left you something.
Yeah, I
Is
did.
it money, Uncle Mac?
No.
It's that fucking shirt on.
I got a bunch of them.
Careful.
I had to get rid of some of them
Got
because they suck.
buggers on it.
No, it doesn't have boogers on it. He wasn't a booger having. All right, so. Oh Christ!
Yeah, I've done
so,
that.
Crunchy ass cheers. So, my intimacy issues, like aren't just romantic. Like I can't. Don't fucking apologize to me. If you wronged me, you wronged me, and I'll forever hold that resentment. And I don't want you to apologize because I can't handle the apology. Don't thank me.
Yeah.
I don't want you to thank me. I don't want you to have an intimate thanking of me if I do something for you and you really appreciate it and you want to have this moment with me. Don't fucking. You can thank me by not thanking me, right? Anger I do pretty well with, which is a problem. I think rage and combativeness.
You know, that's
I will
my
fucking,
favorite
I'll
thing.
put the hackles up and I'll go at you, and it'll
Yeah.
fucking happen.
But then
and I'm
you
happy to be
encounter
there.
this rage beast.
No, that's
and
different.
your rage.
You're in
seems-
the 1%.
It's like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
Drop in the bucket.
Well, I
compared
look at
to
your
mine.
rage and I go, I can't be like that. That's the ultimate.
But I've
pinnacle of
gotten
rage.
better.
You
I've
have gotten
seen,
better.
and I was like, you know what? It's not fair to you.
Yeah.
And I did apologize.
It's not fair to you either, though, dude.
Yeah, I could care less. But yeah, but for you, because
Yeah.
I did that, because I apologized to you. I was like, you know what? you're right.
Yeah, I hated that.
But
when you apologized,
but I need to do that.
I said, "All good, dude."
Yeah,
it's for you.
I need
That's
to let
fine.
you know
That's
what
fine.
you're saying is right, and
Yeah.
the way that I've been acting isn't.
Sure.
And you're right, dude. And I'm gonna try to make this right.
Well,
because you deserve that.
Yeah.
You
See, you're
deserve
doing
that.
it right now, though, and don't fucking do that because I don't want. Even the
Yeah.
moment that we just had is too much. You saw how I tried to like stammer my way out of it.
I don't fucking
I saw
watch
this.
it. I saw the guard coming down.
No.
And I was like,
I was actually
breaking.
deflecting. You were here. You were telling me
Sure.
this. I was looking that way. I wanted
just
to go
wanna
that
have
way.
a moment with you,
I
bro.
don't want to have a fucking moment with anybody.
I want to fuck that tooth
I don't
hole.
like. I don't. When I make love to the Queen Cobra, I don't make any sounds.
Yeah.
I don't make any sounds. I don't make intimacy
I
sounds.
do, and I make faces like.
I feel like this is. I feel like you have. If you go your sex sounds because most people go.
It's
like
a lot
the
of
moaning.
really. My mouth is open like.
No, I feel like you kind of mouth weird shit. You go, it's time. Fucking out of the blue corner, a man with 2 deaths,
I'd be done.
one
I'd be done
lesbian
already.
conversion.
See, I'd be done. I'd be done
By
by
the time you get the
It's not gonna
lesbian
get there.
conversions,
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
It's not gonna get there. I'd be done
can't-
already.
Do you think that because I think we have a bit of a kinship where you have a problem with intimacy too. Do you think that that's fair to say?
Nah, no, man. I always loved
Actually,
being
yeah.
in love.
Yeah, you
I'm
like a good broship.
That's
like a
That's 'cause
bromance.
my dad
Yeah.
raised us
Yeah.
to be like loving.
Yeah.
He raised us to be loving people.
Yeah.
So like I love my brother and I love my wife and I love
Yeah.
my close circle of friends and I show them that I love them and I let them know like, yo, I want you to know that like I love you, dude.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I would do anything for you.
My-
But that's how I was raised.
Right. My mom didn't hug
But-
me a lot. She was
but
a very
also-
kind of like a
no.
a little bit.
Well,
of a,
my mom wasn't around, but
well,
but
my dad wasn't around.
my dad raised us to be
Yeah.
like loving like that, to
Yeah.
like love your brother and love your, and
See,
give me
that
a
shit
hug
I
before
don't-
I leave the fucking house.
I don't even like hugging people. When I hug people, it feels weird because I didn't hug my mom a lot growing up, and
Yeah.
like I didn't really see my dad very much. So like
Yeah.
I don't want to. If I didn't do that with them, who
Yeah.
are the focal point of your life when you're a child.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it with anybody else.
Well,
And
you're
it-
gonna start doing it with me because I'm gonna.
I don't wanna- oh,
See,
dude, you're gonna really upset me with forced hugs.
But that's the thing. You're not. There's nothing you can really do.
But
about
I also
it.
don't feel like I'm
You're
missing
really,
anything.
Let me tell you.
Wait.
There's nothing.
What do you say,
There's
bro?
nothing.
This is the weirdest form
There's
of violence.
nothing
This is
you can do
Sure,
about
sure,
it.
sure.
If a
I'm pretty
tiger,
fast. I can run.
if a tiger,
Yeah.
walks up to you,
Yeah.
and wants to kind of nuzzle against your leg,
yeah.
and you're not into the nuzzling mood, guess what?
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere. You're gonna let that tiger nuzzle
See,
you.
but that's I don't know
I'm
if that's
gonna
gonna
hold
make
you
me
down.
like it more.
Don't ever come to the gym.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to mount you, and I'm going to give you Eskimo kisses. I'm just going to give you a little Eskimo kisses.
I
right
don't
there.
want that, bro. I don't
Just a
want
little-
that.
little
I don't like.
Eskimo.
I don't know what I see that from people
There's
when
my
they
big guy.
when they hug their bros. I'm like,
Sure.
that looks nice. You know, my kid's not going to be
Yeah.
like that because I smother him constantly. I tell him constantly that I love him. I'm always
Yeah.
I'm holding him, and I don't
Me
realize
too.
what I'm doing. You're constantly hugging and holding my kid. It's fucking weird. You go, you want to take a trip to an island? You ever hear of the Lolita?
You want
The
some
Lolita
candy?
Express? Do you like airplanes?
What do you think about men naked?
No. That's you gotta.
You ever
there's
see
gotta
a
be
grown man naked?
Softer segue into that,
Sorry.
but
Here's some Sour Patch Kids.
I just feel you
And
don't
some
feel like you
naked
have.
dudes.
Do you feel like you have? I feel like you have an issue with romantic intimacy. Do you have that?
I'm hyper aware of like what I'm doing a lot of the times.
In what way?
I know that like Steph last night left her phone in the car and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I know
went
that
through it
it's
to look
my
for the dudes that-
responsibility to go do that because I know that it would be nice of me to do that for her.
Oh, what, to bring her
my,
the phone?
My dad was a great father and a terrible husband.
Right.
So if my dad showed me one thing,
That's three things. You just held up three fingers.
no, it's the grasp.
Oh, okay.
Like it's by the
The
nuts.
claw, the
Just
claw.
a bunch of pinkies. So
The power.
he showed me
Yeah.
what not to do as a husband, how not to treat your wife.
Right.
And honestly, you can't. So you have two spectrums. You have a successful marriage, like my wife and her parents.
Yeah.
I see like that's the way that a man and a woman should be, and that's the way a husband and a wife should be.
Right.
And then I saw my parents, and I'm like, oh, this is what not to do.
Right.
With your wife and your husband, and so. In a way, they kind of showed me what to do.
Isn't it
because
interesting?
theirs was so toxic? I realized that
Yes.
I don't do anything like this. You know?
Isn't it interesting to think that if you grew up with a picturesque
Yeah.
kind of a parenting
Yeah.
example, that you might have been inclined, not necessarily inclined, but subconsciously move the other way.
Yeah,
You
sure.
might have been a dog shit parent
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
didn't have a good example, or you had a good example. Like that's a fucking.
But that happens
Like you
all the
can
time.
raise kids with a silver spoon in their mouth, give them everything they need,
Still
all
become
the
a heroin
encouragement,
addict.
and they become a fucking piece of shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like a
That's
case
so my
and
kid's
point.
gonna become a
It's like a
fucking
case and
meth
point
head.
thing because you're like, that is how to do it and how to be
take
successful.
for granted
and
the
then you
example.
go, I don't want to do that,
Yeah.
and I'm going to do the opposite.
I guess
and
because-
and that's what happened with me. I saw that, and I
Yeah.
wanted to do the opposite.
I guess it's a natural inclination to rebel against your parents, maybe. So that's just what happens. I see you looking at your watch. I do want to get to something. What time are we at, real quick? Because
We're about 55 minutes
Okay,
in
this
right
is
now.
perfect then. So the last thing that I want to talk about before we sail off into the sunset is this. There's a big thing going on. It's trending right now. This Gen Z, these really young kids, these TikTok cats.
Yeah.
They're coming for Eminem.
These fucking Jake Paulers.
They're coming for Eminem, which I think, and they're trying to make it. There's a thing right now, hashtag cancel Eminem.
Yeah.
And I just go, number one, the thing.
but
that
they're stupid, and they're actually saying hashtag cancel M&Ms.
cancel Eminem.
So-
they don't want
so
the chocolate is done.
The Mars company is in
It's-
some real,
they're really
some
upset
real
about
hot
it right
water
now.
right
Yeah,
now.
they don't know how to spell M&M, so they're just doing M&M.
M and M's.
But they're coming and they're trying to cancel my boy. And I just want to say, Eminem was the first artist
Hey,
that I ever got
hold
into.
on,
Go
wait,
ahead,
wait,
go
wait,
ahead,
wait.
Go ahead.
Look into the camera,
Yeah.
and tell Eminem how you feel, because he's listening.
He is
Marshall,
listening. Marshall
Mr. Mathers, Mr. Mathers.
Yeah.
My friend Dave Corbo
Yeah.
has something to
That's
say.
what I want to say
to you.
I want to say my dad wasn't around. Thank you for raising me. Okay, thank you for raising me to become the harbinger of free speech that I am.
Sure.
When I was a child, the very first album, I wasn't into music. I think I've talked about this before until like pretty late in the game, not till like 12, 13 years old.
You were
I didn't
into
have
reptiles and shit.
I was into reptiles, and
Yeah.
also I had
Fighting,
old school,
hitting guys with pipes.
Like what's that one song?
Wu-Tang Clan ain't
No,
nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang.
John Joseph Jingleheimer Smith.
That's
His name was
my name.
too.
I work
That's
with a
the
guy
kind of
named
shit that I
John
listened
Jacobs.
to.
Yeah.
That's the shit that I listened to when I was a kid, and then then the very first album that I was ever introduced to, where
Yeah.
it broke my musical cherry, was
Lenny
the Eminem
Kravitz,
show.
Fly Away.
No, it's definitely not
Oh,
that.
It was that. Oh, sorry, that was
That was
mine.
yours. That was yours. Lenny Kravitz got a fat dick, by the way.
Fly away. Oh, dude, he's got a piece.
fucking piece on him. I
bet
saw
that
it
dude's
bust
got a
out.
beautiful.
It just split the seams, and his dick dropped out.
On a 1 to 10, on
Yeah.
a 1 to 10,
Yeah.
that's a 10 dick.
Yeah, that's a 10 dick.
That's a
That's a
10
10
dick.
dick.
So if you got a
All right?
Lenny Kravitz
If it was a little
dick-
bit whiter, it'd be a little bit.
Nice.
The first album that I was ever introduced to was the Eminem Show, and one of the things that really stuck out about Eminem to me, which is kind of a redundancy, everybody fucking knows it, is he said things for the sake of pissing people off. Like
Sure.
if you didn't
Never
like
said
what the
the
fuck
N-word,
he
though.
said, never said the N-word.
You don't got the ball.
He did say the F word a lot. He did not say the N word, and
That's because the F words aren't as
they're not as potent.
dangerous
They're not
as the
potent.
N words.
Yeah. Especially when you're surrounded by a bunch of N words, and I like that's just the crew that he rolled with. So he said, if you didn't like what Eminem said, especially if you were to make a fuss about it, that he would double down, which is really where I have a lot of doubling down.
Then he
that
kisses
I do.
Elton John
And then he
on
kissed
stage.
Elton John in the mouth,
Yeah.
and he sucked his dick. And,
He's like, "I'm not afraid."
And then he joked about being gay with him constantly. It
I
was
know.
but all he did was
I'm a big
was
F word.
push the fucking bar. And now these kids are coming for him because they think that the speech that he's been espousing is hate speech, which is, a debatable thing. Maybe there has been quite a bit of hate speech espoused by Eminem. But I always think about this, or not always, but lately I've been thinking about this one lyric.
It's our lane, dude.
It is our fucking lane.
This
But he
is
had a
our
lyric
lane.
in a song called Square Dance that when to push these generations of kids to fight for the right to say something you might not like. And it's like, that is what's happening here. When you cancel people for the things that they say, you are drawing a line in the sand and saying, this is the speech that we don't allow. This is fucking America, and we have the right to freedom of speech. We have the fucking right to say things that you might not like. And it doesn't matter whoever the fuck you are. Some people don't mind certain things and other people are totally aboard by it. Who gets to make the fucking rules? Who gets to be the person that says, no. It's about what I don't like. Now, I understand speech that directs violence towards people or inspires violence, which is even inspiring violence, incites violence.
Yeah.
And even that gets a little bit tricky because who's to say what exactly is inspiring and what is just artistic interpretation or anything
Yeah.
like that. But my point is, Eminem is one of the people who's been fighting for the rights of especially my generation to say shit that other people may not like. And as podcasters who say risque shit, we find ourselves
yeah.
in the same fucking position.
Yeah.
And whether or not you'd like to...
Not for nothing. Just to
Go
add
ahead.
in there, dude.
Yeah.
I'm 100% agree with you.
Yes.
Guys like, it kind of sounds corny, like doing the Eminem, because he used to be.
Yeah. Well, Eminem is a played out example.
That's what I'm saying. But guys like Eminem, guys like NWA,
Yes.
those kind of people paved the way
for you to
us.
say whatever the fuck you want.
Really, dude, because we say crazy shit, and because of them, we're more or less allowed to not just say that, but put our thoughts into the universe.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
allowed to broadcast our thoughts and our speech into the universe.
Yes.
And there are people that pick this up and they go, "Yeah, I'm into that."
Yes.
But you could also go, "No, fuck you guys. You guys
Yeah.
are nasty, spiteful, and you know what? That's your
You're right.
That's your right too.
Yeah.
You could also turn
You can
this
stop
off.
absorbing that content.
Absolutely.
And we found our audience, the YT gang, obviously resonates with what we're saying. So if just a group of people like the YT gang likes what we do and vibes with what we do, who the fuck gets to decide that they don't get to enjoy this type of content? Obviously, it speaks to them on some level because people enjoy cavalier speech, people who are just saying things for the sake of making you laugh. I mean, we admire so many different comedians, stand-up comedians throughout the years. Comedians are also people that push the bar and safeguard your right to say whatever the fuck you want, because
Absolutely.
sometimes fucked up things, most of the time, fucked up things are funny to hear.
Yeah.
It's funny that people are saying
Richard
them.
Pryor, Red Fox. I
This
mean,
is-
those guys paved the way.
Look, I don't want to
They paved
liken
the way.
ourselves to those people, but whether
Well,
or
I
not,
do.
yeah, that's goddamn right.
Jesus
What the-
Christ.
Who am I talking?
Richard Pryor,
Yeah.
Red Fox.
And then Dave and Jay, we're right up there. But you may not want to, and I don't necessarily want to draw that parallel, but regardless of whether or not we draw attention to the fact, it's still what we're doing. We're sitting in these seats, and our entire show revolves around us being able to say whatever the fuck we want while walking a line, obviously, because there is some stuff that's just totally
Look,
abhorrent.
we're not trying to hurt anybody's
anybody,
feelings,
right.
but we are trying to get a reaction out of people because we want to make you guys laugh.
Yes.
That's our job. I'm here to make you guys laugh. I'm here
Yeah.
to entertain you.
And that means
for
saying
an hour.
risque shit
Sometimes
that we don't mean, but it's sometimes we mean, and it's just funny to say it. I mean,
No, but yeah, I mean everything is said mostly in jest.
Yes.
And if you listen to this and it offends you, good.
yeah,
Because
we can
honestly,
still do that.
Because I have that right
Yes.
to do that if I
Yes.
want to. And you know what you're not going to do? You're not going to silence your boys like you're not going to silence the M-Man.
Freedom of speech is a fundamental
Freedom.
human right, and I think
Freedom.
that it is an important cornerstone to building a healthy society of free people. And in America, you can have a lot of debate on whether or not we're free or as free as we used to be.
You're as free as the government allows you to be.
But we still
Big.
have the ability to say what's on our mind. And
Sure.
right now, obviously, in the social sphere, that bar is constantly being pushed and challenged, and people are getting canceled left and right. Some of them deserve to be, some of them don't deserve to be.
Sure.
But
you are not the judge, the jury, and the executioner.
and who the fuck gets to be?
And that mob justice shit that everybody's doing online.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that I'm seeing Chris D'Elia start post videos
Fuck
again.
yes.
I want
Welcome
him
back, Chris D'Elia.
Welcome back.
And you know what? The people that are trying to cancel Eminem are children. They are children on TikTok. And whatever happened to children shutting the fuck up and learning about life before you throw your 2 cents into the
hey,
pot?
parents, beat them.
Beat those fucking kids.
This is what happens when you don't beat kids.
It really is, because the second that I really am taking
You
to heart
feel
the opinion of
entitled?
children, get the fuck out of here.
Beat them.
You're lucky to have a platform where the world can absorb your fucking opinions,
Sure.
but it doesn't mean that they're valid. Shut the fuck up, learn a little bit about something, have some life experience, and also learn to enjoy the freedoms that we have in America that other countries don't fucking have, where they cut your hands off if you say the wrong fucking thing. Not in America, not right now, not for now. We can still say whatever the fuck we like. All right, so leave Eminem the fuck alone. He's been doing the goddamn thing for a long fucking
You
time.
believe in this?
Yeah.
Like Vince from Super Friends
Yes.
believes in Free Britney.
Dude, I do feel
I like
passionately
seeing
about
this
this.
passion in
I
you.
do feel passionately about this because whether or not you like to admit it, the things that Eminem does, maybe not everything about Eminem is great. But there's a huge aspect of what he does that makes him an ally to the people who value freedom, specifically freedom of speech. And whether or not you like to admit it, you and I are very much of the same ilk.
We are
in
like
that
Eminem.
We're just
We
like
are
Eminem.
Eminem.
Minus the money,
Our
minus
story-
the success, minus
our
the
story
influence.
is exactly like
It's
8
just
Mile.
like it. We
It's-
are from 8 Mile.
Oh
I'm-
my god,
it
dude! We
is-
had one shot,
Dude, I've
and you
one
know what?
opportunity.
We nailed
We
it.
seized it. We seized it. All right, look, there are people throughout history, and you can name them off. And I know it sounds cliche, but we're talking about the Joe Rogans of the world.
Sure.
Regardless
The
of whether or
Dave
not
and Jays
the
versus
Dave
the
and
world.
Jays of the world. You know, Richard Pryors and Sam
Red
Kinison.
Fox of the world. Yes, we're right up there.
Every generation has people that safeguard freedom of speech and that fight against people who would take that away. And Eminem is one of those
tyranny
fucking
and
people.
oppression of mob justice people online, you pieces of shit.
And right now, there's a mob of tiny children trying to
flying over to an island that
put
they
up-
don't want to go.
They don't
to.
want to go to that. And
But
guess
they're-
what, kids?
Guess what? They're gonna do it because God damn it, freedom.
God damn it, freedom. All right, so shut your goddamn little mouths. When you get shipped away on the Lolita Express to go to Fuck Island and somebody makes a podcast about it
Enjoy
and
the
exposes
ride.
those things and exposes that whole corruption, that was done through freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Stop putting chinks in the fucking armor. And I don't mean Chinese
Hey,
people in samurai
hey,
gear. All right?
Hold on
The
now.
whole thing is just tossed in the trash now. God fucking damn it.
Well, Dave, that was heavy, man.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
was good, dude.
Thanks.
I like that rant.
I don't
You know what else?
stop taking
You know
the
what else?
opinion of children
You know
so
what else?
seriously. What up?
This
Ah!
was episode 36
Yes.
of DJVW.
Woo!
I'm Jay. He's Dave.
It's true.
Be good to Eminem.
That's right.
And we're out.
Love you. Bye bye. Mwah.
Dave and Jay versus the world.